Have you ever wondered why your own children seem to lose respect for you? What went wrong? Sometimes, it feels like no matter what we say or do, our words don't seem to reach them, leaving us frustrated and hurt. But what if I told you there's another way? Hey there, it's Grandma Amita. Let's have a heart-to-heart today. Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, there's a distance growing between you and your kids? Maybe it feels like respect has faded, and you're left wondering where things went wrong. Don't worry, you're not alone, and it's never too late to turn things around. Today, I want to share how you can let go of anger and take some truly powerful, practical steps to rebuild trust and earn back that deep connection and respect from your children. And trust me, you'll want to stay with me until the end, because I've saved something special. A perspective that just might change everything for you and your family. Let's dive in together. In Buddhist philosophy, it is said, by changing yourself, you change the world around you. This teaching highlights the profound connection between our inner and outer worlds. For instance, if you want your children to be more patient and attentive, you must first embody those qualities yourself. The Buddha also taught, your mind is a mirror reflecting reality. By calming your thoughts and accepting the world as it is, you'll see how inner transformation positively influences those around you. Respect cannot be demanded. It must be earned through example, calmness, and sincerity. Imagine your home as a sanctuary where you set the tone through your actions. When you demonstrate patience, authenticity, and emotional balance, your children naturally begin to mirror those behaviors. As the Buddha said, be a light unto yourself. This inner light becomes the beacon your children perceive as respect. When you lead not through fear but through inspiration, you create an environment where respect flourishes naturally. The Buddha taught that suffering arises from attachments and expectations. When we expect our children to behave a certain way, we become prisoners of those expectations. Instead, view them as individuals on their unique paths. Letting go of controlling every aspect of their lives creates space to accept them for who they are, laying the foundation for mutual understanding and trust. Let me tell you a practical story rooted in Buddhist wisdom. A monk once told a story of a man who constantly tried to shape a tree to grow perfectly straight by trimming and tying it down. Yet, the tree grew in its natural way despite his efforts. The monk said, do not try to change the tree's nature. Let it grow as it's meant to, and nurture it with love. This wisdom teaches us not to control every detail of our children's lives, but to guide and support them while respecting their individuality. First, practice patience. The Buddha said, patience is the highest virtue. And nowhere is this truer than in parenting. Children are like young trees. They grow and change at their own pace, often in ways we don't expect. When faced with challenging behavior, pause and reflect on your reactions. Ask yourself, why does this behavior bother me so much? Often, the discomfort stems from our own fears. Fear of losing control, fear of failure, or fear that we're not good enough as parents. Patience requires trust. Trust that your efforts to guide and nurture your children will bear fruit, even if it takes time. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to breathe and observe the situation without judgment. Consider this. What lesson is this moment offering me? Sometimes, the opportunity lies in your ability to stay grounded, showing your children that love doesn't waver, even in the face of mistakes. Second, model calmness. The saying, he who has mastered his emotions has mastered the world, is more than a lofty ideal. It's a practical roadmap for creating peace at home. Children learn emotional regulation by observing how we handle our own emotions. If we react with anger or frustration, They absorb that energy, mirroring it in their own behavior. When anger begins to rise, treat it as a signal rather than a command. Pause, close your eyes, and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Visualize yourself as a still lake, calm, clear, and unaffected by the storms passing overhead. Ask yourself, what example do I want to set in this moment? Imagine the wisdom of the Buddha guiding your actions, helping you approach the situation with compassion and clarity. This simple practice can transform tense moments into opportunities for teaching resilience and emotional intelligence. Third, embrace gratitude. The Buddha taught that joy is found in the present moment. Gratitude is a way of anchoring yourself to that joy, even when life feels overwhelming. Instead of focusing on what's lacking or what could be better in your relationship with your children, make it a habit to notice the small, beautiful moments. Take a few minutes each evening to reflect on something you appreciated about your child that day. It could be a smile they gave you, a question they asked, or even the simple fact that they exist in your life. Express this gratitude openly. Say, "I'm so grateful to have you in my life," or "I loved how you helped with dinner today." Gratitude not only shifts your perspective, but also nurtures mutual respect and connection. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges. It acknowledges them while also recognizing the blessings that coexist. It's a reminder that even in the hardest moments, there is something to be thankful for. This mindset, when shared with your children, helps them see life through a lens of positivity and appreciation. Life flows like a river, constantly changing and evolving. Our children are part of this flow, and they won't remain as they are forever. Instead of trying to control time, learn to move with it. Harmony comes from embracing the journey as it unfolds. The Buddha said, "The only path to peace is through inner stillness." If you want your children to respect you, cultivate inner peace first. Children naturally sense your emotional state, and through your calmness, they will learn harmony. In Buddhism, there's a story of a man who asked the ocean why it reflected the sky so perfectly. The ocean replied, "When I am calm, I become a mirror for the heavens." Children are like that ocean. They reflect the emotions and energy of those around them. If you want them to grow with balance and peace, offer them the steady reflection of a calm and wise heart. Let me share another story. A wise man once spoke with a father who felt estranged from his grown children. The father admitted that he had spent years demanding respect instead of nurturing love. The wise man said, "Respect is a flower that blooms only in the soil of patience and care." Inspired, the father began writing letters to his children, filled with heartfelt thoughts. Slowly, they returned to him, drawn by his sincerity. This story reminds us that it's never too late to heal relationships. The Buddha's teachings guide us to recognize past mistakes, embrace forgiveness, and strive for better connections. Offer your children the gift of honesty, an open heart, and your undivided presence. Remember this: respect begins with self-respect. When you live with inner harmony, it radiates outward, touching everyone in your life. Children learn from what they see. Your actions, patience, and love will become the foundation of their respect for you. If these insights resonate with you and you'd like more practical advice rooted in timeless wisdom, subscribe to our channel. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let your experiences inspire others. Every day is a new opportunity to grow, rebuild, and nurture the relationships that matter most. Let love and wisdom guide your path forward.